There's a new, highly motivated and hugely successful group emerging in the business world. They're called Mumpreneurs, super smart Australian mothers who are deserting the chaos of corporate life and instead making millions working from home. China is one of their booming markets because there's hundreds of millions of other mums who can't get enough of anything clean and green from Australia. All the Mumpreneurs need is one brilliant idea and a whole lot of chutzpah. Every mother knows kids create chaos. And 3 under 3 at a photo shoot is guaranteed mayhem. But Danielle Michaels and Monique Filer have worked out how to turn kids' chaos into serious cash, designing products which make messy moments simpler.
I think lots of people in life have ideas and you do something and you go, oh, it'd be so cool if this existed. But I think the difference is we kind of just took the plunge.
From your initial invention, you've grown this together into a business worth what?
Between 15 to 20 million, which is pretty amazing considering we started with a cardboard box and $50,000.
This is the original cardboard box, a low-tech prototype for their first genius idea, the nappy wallet. It's made them millionaires.
Our playful mock-up. This is what we did from our first concept.
Because, to their astonishment, parents worldwide went gaga over it.
Hi everyone, this is Maria with TTPM. Here we have the diaper wallet.
Chciałabym Państwu przedstawić portfel na akcesoria do przewijania australijskiej marki Bebox.
Where did you come up with this life-changing idea?
I was on a flight to New Zealand trying to change my then 3-week-old in their little teeny tiny cubicle. So I was just venting to Mon when I got back home. It was like, it was impossible and she was all squirmy and squiggly and had one hand on her and I was trying to get nappies out of the nappy bag and I said to her, this is crazy, I need like something else. And so, yeah, so we decided this was an idea that hadn't been done before.
So just to be clear, your light bulb moment came in the loo?
Yes.
On the plane?
Well, lots of people have light bulb moments on the toilet. Seriously.
From that one idea in a tiny cubicle, the women now sell 14 other inventions.
We've designed it with a U shape so they can drink like that.
Danielle and Monique's company Bebox is booming.
And the winner is Monique Filer and Danielle Michaels from Bebox.
And they're doing it so well, they've just been named Australia's best mumpreneurs.
The term mumpreneur has been thrown around so often.
What do you think of that word?
I am a mum and I'm an entrepreneur, and if those two words go together and that's mumpreneur, well, and that's what, gets more, buzz or whatever, that's great. But at the end of the day, I'm not one without the other.
Mumpreneurs are a new group of savvy mothers fed up with the traditional corporate world and sick of bosses who don't understand working life is no longer 9 to 5 in an office.
That's all right, don't worry about it. Show us how you climb, girls.
Instead, mums like 43-year-old Danielle, who has 3 kids, and 44-year-old Monique, with 2, are proving it is possible to find the elusive balance between career satisfaction, personal happiness, and raising a family. And right now, there are more mumpreneurs in Australia than ever before.
I certainly couldn't go back to the corporate world now, but...
You couldn't go back?
No.
42-year-old Christy Carr is a mother of 3 from Sydney's northern beaches. But when she was on maternity leave with her first child, she had what would turn out to be a $21 million idea. She was at a friend's baby shower where they had to taste baby food, and guess what it was?
And everybody was screwing up their nose, and one of my girlfriends said, "Oh, it tastes like glue." And I thought, how? You know, we're solely responsible at this point in our child's life for nourishing them. You know, why is there not a better option?
Her better option ended up being Bubs, the company she started to make healthy and tasty baby food and formula. It was a good idea that became brilliant, with sales soaring after the Chinese baby food scandal in 2008.
Some of China's youngest have been made sick by an old problem: tainted food produced in substandard Chinese factories.
6 babies died and 300,000 became sick after consuming powder contaminated with chemicals. Chinese parents no longer trusted anything made in China. They wanted clean and green. This factory in country Victoria, surrounded by rolling green hills, is where Christie's organic goat milk formula is manufactured. Every batch is tested,
They can be assured that it's a safe product.
and that is what Chinese parents are willing to pay top dollar for.
I mean, if you just look at the potential of that market, last year just under 17 million babies were born versus Australia, where I think we didn't even hit 300,000. So you've got a market size that's, 60 times bigger than your own.
It's that incredible population that's also fueled B-Box's growth. China's love for anything Aussie gave Danielle and Monique the opportunity to build their business how they wanted.
You were both at the peak of your careers. You were earning fantastic money. Any regrets turning your back on that world?
Not one. We knew that the corporate lives that we'd had in the past were not what we wanted moving forward as a family.
So your house doubled as the office and the creche.
Yeah, we had playmats and Lego blocks, and that's why we did what we did. We wanted to be there for their special moments and to lie on the playmat with them during the middle of the day.
And I think for me, at the time my husband was working crazy hours, and if I went back to work I'd just never see the kids, and I thought if I'm going to work hard I'd rather do it for myself.
Nappy caddies up there, nappy wallets.
In Melbourne, there are 2 warehouses full of their products ready to be shipped into Asia. But getting products into the Chinese market filled with red tape is no easy task, unless you've got someone like Jessica Rudd on your side.
What difference does it make to a company like Bubs or B-Box to be picked up in China?
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
I love this place, yeah. I'm passionate about it. I find it fascinating.
In China, Jessica Rudd is the mother of all mumpreneurs and a local celebrity. She lived here for years as a child and more recently with her own young family.
Status is significant in China. Do you think it helps that you're the daughter of a former Prime Minister who also speaks Mandarin?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I mean, the other thing that really helps, I think, is that most Chinese women like the idea that I'm married to an ethnically Chinese man. They see my husband and they go, "Oh, she probably has a mother-in-law like my mother-in-law."
As a frequent traveller between Australia and China, she'd always load up her suitcase with Australian-made baby products.
我今天给你们准备小礼包，那个小礼包里面有很多我最喜欢的产品。
Her Chinese friends couldn't get enough of them, and so the idea for the online store Jessica's Suitcase was born.
可是你们是妈妈。
I believe that most of my Chinese friends love Australian brands because they see it as a green, clean, clear place where you can turn on a tap and have a glass of water, and your kids can run under the hose in the backyard.
So it's like they're buying part of the dream.
They're buying our lifestyle, and if they can't come and live in Australia, then they would choose to have as much of that in their life as they can.
Jess is now using the latest technology in China to link Aussie mumpreneurs with the world's largest population. She has teamed up with Alibaba, the world's largest online retailer, that is worth a staggering $339 billion.
We are in the engine room of Alibaba's Tmall Global, and Tmall Global is a platform that allows merchants from all over the world to take their products from wherever they are to consumers in China.
Spread across 3 giant quirky campuses in Hangzhou, 46,000 staff work around the clock to process 30 million orders a day.
My mind boggles. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at.
You only need to crunch the sales figures from the Chinese equivalent of the Boxing Day sales to understand the spending power of the rising middle class fueling this boom.
And so this 14, am I reading it correctly, billion?
14 billion US dollars. They're commas. Yes.
That was done in one day?
One day.
With her youngest just 9 months old, Jessica Wright has found a business model that works perfectly for her, where she can do everything on the go.
How difficult do you think it is for Australian mothers to return to the workforce after they have their baby?
I think it's very challenging. So many of my friends have struggled with this. I certainly did.
We're seeing more and more women turn their backs on the traditional, inflexible corporate world, but with great success, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. And that's what I really love about what I'm doing now. So I work in my pyjamas. And proudly so. I often FaceTime my team and everyone's in their PJs, feeding a baby, pumping in the background, cleaning something up. They've got to put someone down for a nap, so we sit on hold. That's just how we operate.
Together, this group of women has proven that if you've got a good idea and the guts and gumption to go global, the rewards, from flexibility for families to financial, are incredible. But to get there, you just have to rewrite the business rulebook.
I think that a lot of women will, watch you two and think, wow, it is possible. I can do this.
Like if we can inspire another woman or anyone who's looking to start a business, then that's great.
Mums can do anything, can't they?
We can do everything.